All right, so this is 3.1 part 2. We are still continuing. We're on page 46. Okay, page 46. All right, so it says area of a square, area of square on side A, area of square on side B, and then side C, and then the length of those sides. So this is going to be the square root of that first column. Okay, so what we have is here on the next page, we're going to find the area of square A. Square A is 3 by 3, has an area of 9, and this one has an area of 16. And if you count this one, okay, if you count this one, that's a total area of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got a total area of 49. Minus 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on each of these corners. So that's minus 24. The area inside is 25. Okay, so this one, square C has an area of 25 units squared. Square B has 16 units squared, and A has 9 units squared. Okay, the length of A is the square root of 9, which is 3. The square root length of B is square root of 16, which is 4, and square root of 25 is the length of C. Okay, so we just did this, and we have the type of triangle that we have here is a right triangle. You'll see a right angle right there. Okay, and we can look at this and we can make some sort of connection between these 3 data points. Okay, this is considered a squared, and this one is b squared, and this one is c squared. It's the length, side length squared of each one. So if we make how are these related? If I add these two together, 16 plus 9, I'll get 25. Okay, so with a right triangle, the shortest side, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, worked. Okay, now this is triangle number 2, and there's a blank space here. That's because you're going to create your own right triangle of your own size. Okay, if you're not sure where that triangle was, it was right here. Okay. And you're going to try and calculate the same thing to see if it works and repeats itself again. Okay, I'm going to do these next ones here fairly quickly, and I'm going to count the sides for the sake of time. This one, a squared, has an area of 5. The side length is square root 5. This one has an area of 9, and this is side length of 3. And this one here has an area of 8. So square root 8. Okay. And over here, the long side, this one, I've already calculated these previously. Okay. Is a side length of an area of 68. Therefore, this is square root 68. The small, or the a squared, is an area of 13. This is square root 13 over here. And B has an area of 37. Therefore, the side length is square root 37. So let's go ahead and input all that information up here and see what we get, if there's any of the similar relationships. The acute triangle, triangle 3, was a 5, and this one was square root 5. And then the B value was 9, and this one was 3 over here. And the c squared units was 8. Now these 3 don't have a relationship. 5, 9, and 8, I can't think of how they connect to each other. This one is square root 8. You could say 2 root 2, something like that. Okay. Again, in the space provided here in number 4, you're going to make your own acute triangle. Make sure you connect the dots. Okay, and record your data. Okay, your obtuse triangle, this one is 13, therefore its side length is square root 13. This one is 37, therefore its side length is square root 37, and its C squared side is 68, and this one is square root 68. I looked at this first, I was like, oh, that's pretty close. And then I calculated, and they don't add up. If you add those together, you get 50. If you add these together, you get 50. And if you multiply them, you get something way too big. Okay. Again, you're going to do the same thing. Label an obtuse triangle here. Your shortest side is A. Your smallest side is A. Your longest side is C, and your medium side is B. Okay. So we're not going to do this because we now just discovered our right triangle formula. We can say that the side length, the A side length, A squared, plus the square length of B squared is equal to C squared. We're talking about the areas of those values. Okay. So if you want to find the side length, this is specifically talking about area. Okay, if you want to find the side length, of C, you can say that the square root of C squared, which is just C, the square root of C squared is just C, which is the side length, is equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared. Okay. All right. Your homework, I'll list on the board. Go ahead and copy all down your notes. Make sure you draw your own triangles and fill out the table. I'll write your notes up on the board.